Shalom. This month before Rosh Hashanah is the month of Elul, and it's a tradition for us to have already begun doing our process of Teshuvah, of return, of being able to start to introspect and reflect on who the person is that we want to be and what we want to create. And a great tool, traditional tool, for this is called Cheshbon HaNefesh. Cheshbon HaNefesh means an accounting of the soul. And the way that this practice was conceived in the 19th century was that at the end of every day, we would take some time, maybe with a journal, to reflect upon the day. And specifically, we choose what are some qualities that we would like to embody more in our lives. Those could be qualities like humility, like patience, like cleanliness. It could be qualities of working on anger or calm. And those become the focus for our attention. So if I were to choose the quality of humility, which I want to get a real sense of, what is humility? Humility is being able to only take up the amount of space that is appropriate for me to take up. It's being able to recognize in any moment that I am part of a much greater reality. That greater reality could be the family that I'm a part of or the marriage that I'm a part of. It could be the greater reality can be the community that I'm a part of, or it could be even on a cosmic sense, the wider world. And by becoming more aware of that greater reality, I start to think about what's the appropriate space for me to take up in this situation. And how can I be aware of the other needs and possibilities in the situation that I'm in? Those are all senses of humility. So if I pick humility to work on, then what I want to do at the end of the day is think about, kind of go over the events of the day and think to myself, where did I exercise humility and where did I not? And I'm going to journal about that a little bit. I barked at my family members this morning because I had, in my sense, the schedule of what needed to happen, and that was all that was important, and I wasn't aware of what their other needs were. Okay, so I write that down, and I try to write down what some insight that I had. Why did I do that? And you can even in the morning, if you want, start with an affirmation and say, I'm going to really pay attention to humility this morning. Or I can do the same thing with patience. And then at the end of the day, I write a little bit. Where did patience show up? Where did it not? And in doing this, we start to build more awareness of how this midah, or how this quality, operates in ourselves. And that awareness allows us in the moment to have a little bit more choice of how we want to act and behave. And in doing so, we do that Teshuvah process naturally to start to turn ourselves more towards the person we want to be. So that Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur isn't just this holy day where we try to do all of this inner spiritual work, but it's a day of coming together in community to celebrate and affirm the work that we've already started to do. So hope everybody gets to be successful in your own process of Teshuvah this coming week.